Every year, the same question comes up over and over again. Is it worth it to sell online in whatever year it is? It could be 2010, 2015, 2020, 2022. It doesn't matter. This question is coming from a place of fear. You're asking yourself, am I going to be spending a lot of time learning an antiquated, outdated business model that's not going to pay off for my future? Well, if we go back all the way to the late 90s and early 2000s when e-commerce first began, there were still people that were asking that same question, and there are those who tried it out and failed, and then there are obviously plenty of people who tried it, stayed with it, and succeeded. Jeff Bezos obviously being a prime example of someone who accomplished a lot with e-commerce. Now, the question that we should be asking ourselves is this what I want to do? Am I going to see it through? And is the market, is the business as a whole growing as time goes on? What's the direction of the world? Well, obviously, if we look at the last few years, e-commerce has exploded. The pandemic has really pushed people toward buying things online rather than going into stores. People become more comfortable buying online, and it's just something that not only is safer in the eyes of consumers, but it's also convenient, it saves time, and it just beginning to make more and more sense, right? So there's no question that e-commerce works in 2021 or 2022, whether you're doing Shopify, Amazon FBA, or some other form of online retail. It all works. The real question you should be asking yourself is, are you willing to sacrifice things in your life that you enjoy to learn and develop these skills? And that's a question that only you can answer. Now, I suspect that one of the reasons you're attracted to an e-commerce business is because you think it will provide a certain level of freedom in your life at some point. There's no shortage of gurus on the internet broadcasting their lifestyles of 4-hour work weeks, unlimited money, and unlimited freedom. And I want to make sure that you understand this is a complete facade. There's absolutely no way that you can expect to have this level of success, have a thriving e-commerce business, without first putting in the time, effort, and obtaining the skills required to get there. Once you're there, yeah, you can have certain levels of freedom, but without the initial sacrifice, there's no way that you're going to get there. And most of these gurus don't even talk about it. And those who are broadcasting these lifestyles, that's all they're broadcasting is a facade. That's not actually how it looks behind the curtain. So if you're asking whether this business model works from a place of thinking you're going to have success almost instantaneously, then you're already on the wrong road, and you should reevaluate whether this is even worth your time. Because I'm here to tell you once again that the 4-hour work week really is a facade. There's rarely people that find themselves in a business that they can passively sit there and make money. It's going to require much more of you than that. So what you need to focus on is obtaining skills, and specifically skills in an area that is of interest to you. Because in the long run, if you're not consistently coming back and pushing the line, well, you're going to give up and you're going to go back to whatever it was that you were doing before. So make sure that you choose something that is worth it to you. And that's all I have to say about this video. So to answer your question, long story short, yes, the Amazon FBA business model works in 2021, and so does just about any e-commerce business model. The real question is, are you willing to sacrifice to make it work?